Hey guys, so I was on Instagram. I was trying to look for inspo on what I should film, and I was on my little explore page, and this person had posted a Natasha Denona palette, and I was like, damn, that's a nice Natasha Denona palette. What palette is that? And she was like, it's fucking one I made, bitch. She didn't say that to me. She said, I absolutely love this rearranged Natasha Denona palette I made. Her Instagram account is Kuma Pans. But anyways, she rearranged some of her Natasha Denona palettes and it looks real nice. I don't know, man. Maybe this is like a good moment for me. I have 4 mini Natasha Denona palettes and I have 8 of the big fucking palettes. Here's the thing. I feel like ever since I started buying Natasha Denona palettes, I've been like, these are crazy expensive. I don't know why anyone buys them. But then like just kept buying them, and every single time, especially with these fucking mini palettes, every single time she comes out with them, I'm like, ooh, like I like that one color. Like I really like that one color. I'm gonna take this apart. I'm gonna build my own palette, and then we'll do our makeup with it. And by we, I mean I will just do my makeup with it because we're social distancing and you guys can't come over. Okay, let's break and do it. I thought I was recording for a solid 3 minutes and I was not. Okay, here we are. I had to take out one of the original 8 because it was actually one of the small pan palettes and I didn't realize, so that sucks, but whatever. We still have a lot of selection here. I need to pick out 15 colors. Do these actually like really pop out that easily though? Oh fuck, I'm really scared. Okay, what's an ugly ass color? Yeah, that one's pretty fucking ugly. Okay. Oh yeah, okay, easy peasy, great. I'm gonna pick up my shimmers first because I feel like that's like a good place to start. So let me swatch every single shimmer. Okay, I have my selected colors and I popped all the colors from the Biba palette because it's cute and pink, so that's what I'm gonna use to put all my new colors in. But I popped all the colors from there into different palettes. But the palettes that I ended up taking the most colors from was the gold palette, which I wouldn't have expected, and the Blurple palette, which I definitely wouldn't have expected. I've said like a billion times on my channel how much I hate freaking purple. And here we are, so. Anyways, I'm gonna show you guys the final selections. Okay, sorry to ruin the look. It's no longer a surprise, but I recorded like the breakdown of the palette and then it looked stupid. So I'm gonna re-record it right here, right now. So this is my little custom palette situation. So kind of my idea here was like across the top, I have my neutral kind of like mauve tones, and then middle is more like true neutral. If anything, it leans almost a little bit more kind of like yellow tone. Like we have like this sort of yellow tone topper and then yellow tone kind of bronze. And then the bottom is my kind of warm color story. So really bright kind of like ruddy rust color. This is like a really orangey transition. So with every single story, what I wanted to do was have kind of like a light shimmer. So these ones here for every single story are my light shimmers, and I like to have a light shimmer to like put on the inner corner, put on the brow bone, or even just like put down the center of the lid because that's like my go-to, you know what I mean? And then from there, I wanted to have sort of like my focal shimmer color. So for this row, it was this shade right here. Up here, it was this one. And I'll get to this one in a second because I know that looks like the shimmer. And then up here was this one and that one there. So that you kind of have that shimmer that goes with the mattes in the lineup as well. And then obviously we have our mattes. So for this one, these two here, these two here. And then lastly, something that I really, really love is a shadow that has a little bit of translucency to it so that you can put it over top of like any other shadow to give it a little bit more dimension. So this color here and this color here are both shimmers, but they're really, really sheer. They don't have like a really opaque base to them. And I'll show you in a second what I mean. So you can kind of layer them over top of any of these colors and it gives this really cool kind of like dimension. Do I remember where the colors came from? No, I don't. Okay, so this is our first color story with those kind of more mauvey tones. So the first color that I picked was this shimmer that is sort of like a champagne-y gold, but it has a pink undertone to it, which is really, really pretty. And I thought that would pair nice with that shimmer and that shimmer. So the second one is sort of like this rosy kind of bronze color. It's really, really pretty, but it has that more sort of like mauvey undertone as well. So it pulls a little bit more cool. And then these two mattes to go with all of these. This one kind of seems like this weird outlier. Obviously it's a really, really kind of like reddy orange toned bronze, but I found that it actually paired quite nicely with those like slightly more cool toned kind of like mauvey browns. So that's my first color story. Okay, then we have a little, oh, that's a freckle that I own. Okay, great. Then we have our second color story here. So this first one is not super, super shimmery, but it has kind of like a nice little pearlescent to it. So I thought that'd be really pretty because it's quite neutral. It doesn't really lean any one way. And I thought that would be nice for any kind of like brow bone highlight, inner corner for any of the stories. And then we have a nice kind of like neutral transition. This is the focal shimmer here, our kind of like nice deeper bronze, and then a deepening color for like lash line and to like smoke it out a little bit. And then this color in the middle is what I was talking about with kind of like that like topper shadow. So this has not a ton of like base to it. It's just more so that like really forward kind of like gold top shimmer. So what I like with those kinds of things is that I can use that color on its own if I want to, but I can also take it and put it over top of like any of these other shadows just to kind of change it up a little bit and give them all a little bit more dimension. So I like those toppers for that because any single one of those shades now can be kind of changed up a little bit by putting that over top. Okay, and then this is our fourth kind of color story. So I have this really kind of like warm tone champagne shimmer, which has like more of a peachy kind of pull to it that I thought would be really pretty as like kind of like a summery look. Like you could pair it with that and just do a really nice kind of like light, pretty champagne kind of summer color. And then this is our topper shadow. It has a little bit more of a base to it than the other one did, but the top shimmer is like a really, really yellowy kind of gold color, and then it has a little bit of like an orange kind of undertone. Then we have our nice transition shade, kind of nice peachy, really warm color. This being the focal shimmer. This is like such a beautiful color. Like it's purpley, but it has a really kind of red base to it. Like even when you blend it out and stuff like that, you can kind of see a little bit better. Like the undertone is really quite red. And then obviously this more intense kind of like reddy rust color. So I just really like how all of those colors go together. And same thing with that topper shade there. I can put it over top of that purple to change it up a little bit. And then I can put it over top of the red as well if I wanted to like give it a little bit of a kind of gold shimmer over top. That's it. Okay guys, let's do it's cool. Let's do our eyes. I'm kind of liking that bottom row the most, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna grab this color first. I believe that was one of the colors from the Christmas Christmas limited edition one. And I'm gonna put that right on my outer corner and we're gonna blend it into the crease. Okay, and I'm gonna take a big fluffy brush and I'm gonna grab this shade right here, which I believe was a shade from the Biba palette. I think it was Prairie. And I'm gonna take that on a big fluffy Smith 232 brush. And I'm just gonna use that to start blending this shade out. Do I wanna use a little bit of a smaller brush for this first, maybe? Oh, we're in too deep now. No, we're not, that's fine. I'm gonna use a little bit of a smaller brush just so I can get like a kind of more intense concentration of color. And then I can take my bigger brush and just sort of like blend over top of all of that. And then I'm just taking my brush that had my original red color on it and just buffing over top to kind of bring back a little bit of intensity. Then I'm gonna go in with this shade here. No idea where that came from. I think maybe the purple palette, but I could be wrong. I'm gonna take that on a Smith 253 brush, and I'm gonna put that first on the center of my lid, and then pat towards the inner and outer corner here. Damn, that color's so pretty. See, this is the thing, like I just feel like, how rare is it that a palette works perfectly for us, you know? Pretty fucking rare. except for right now. Okay, I'm gonna take my brush that had the red on it. I'm gonna pick up the tiniest little bit, like literally just dotting in once. And then I'm just going to pat that over top of that purple just to make sure that we're nice and blended, we don't have any gaps. And then I'm gonna take my brush that I used for that kind of like warm transition color, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of that on the inner kind of corner of our lid, just to sort of blend out that shimmer a little bit without having to bring the shimmer all the way into that inner corner. Just taking a little bit more of that purple shade on my finger to get a little bit more intensity. Then I'm just grabbing another Smith 253 brush, and I'm gonna pick up this color here. So that was the color from the holiday palette. That's kind of like a sheer shimmer. I'm gonna put that over top of this whole situation with my finger. Then with that, I'm gonna take this color here. No idea where that came from. This doesn't look like it would be that dark, but it actually shows up a little bit darker than one would assume. So I'm gonna take that on my little angle brush, and I'm just gonna put that along the lash line just to deepen it a little bit, so that when I put my lashes down, they look good, you know? And then I'm gonna jump off. I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup, put my lashes on, and then we will jump back and finish off the eyes. Okay, we're back. I'm gonna take this little Real Techniques brush. I'm gonna dip into my kind of red color, and I'm gonna put that underneath mine own eyes. And then I'm gonna take the brush that we used for this sort of like orangey color, and I'm just gonna not even pick up any product, but I'm just gonna blend out with that. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up a little bit of product, that was a lie. And then I think I'm gonna grab some of this shade right here, because it's like a gold kind of shimmer, but it has a little bit of a pink to it. And I thought that could be kind of nice on the inner corner. I'm just taking that on a little Hakuhodo brush. Is it groundbreaking? Yes. Yes, it is. I've never done anything quite like it on my channel before. No one ever thought of using warm tones until I came along. And you're welcome, beauty industry. Okay, I'm gonna quit fucking around. Guys, that's it for me and my custom palette. Thanks so much for hanging out today. I hope you guys have a really good week. If you end up making your own little custom palette, send me pictures, man. I wanna see it. Tweet me, page me, whatever the Kim Possible song is, okay? Do all of those things. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching. Peace out.